welcome to my channel. Go ahead, hit the like, subscribe, and share button. So I'm gonna go ahead and read the disclaimer, kind of wait a little bit to some more people come in. So the disclaimer is copyright disclaimer under the Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So, let's see. Let me get this down. So, okay, so y'all, I don't know who all looked at Lolo's live yesterday, which is the ex-best friend of the horse. And her and Open Book and Shell, they told their truth. Well, the horse got up today after she told her truth yesterday morning. She got up today and decided that she wants her afterthoughts in my name, and I was talked about in her afterthoughts. That's why I'm breaking down this live, because she needs to leave me alone. She requested for everybody to move on, leave her alone, which was crazy because she's the one that's bullying and harassing people and cannot get past the saga and what happened in it. Everybody else is moving on, which is why her channel is stagnant. She's been at 7,000 and 8,000 subs since last year when she was going live for a month on YouTube. And she's been at that. She hasn't got past that. And the reason why is because she's focused on a saga that happened, stuff that happened 2 years ago, a year ago, and she hasn't moved on. So it's affecting her channel is what we're witnessing, right? She don't put out any other content. She don't talk about nobody. All she do is she rolls, she drags, she do that. That's what she do. So I was in her mouth. My name, my sister's name was in her mouth. More so mine was in her mouth. 40 days and 365 nights. She has not stopped talking about me every day. So today she decides she wants to put the blame on me. She did that yesterday too. I let it slide. But then today she did it, and she will not take accountability that she just was not the friend that she should have been. And that is okay. You need to learn from this. This is a learning experience, not to do what you did before to whoever, okay? You need to learn how to be a friend, obviously. It's nothing wrong with taking accountability and learning from your mistakes. If you don't learn from your mistakes, you're not growing as a person, and that's what we're witnessing right here. Anytime people cannot take accountability in nothing, they're not growing. If you're not growing, you're stagnant, and that's what's going on with your channel. That's just everything about it. Don't blame me for, I don't even talk to Open Book at all. She barely supports. Well, we really don't, we don't support each other really. I don't know when she go live. I don't get a notification, but and that might be the case for me as well. She may not get my notification, but you all don't see her and Shelly in my lives. You all see Lolo in my lives. So quit blaming me while you talking about the author over there on that post and this, that, and the third time she turned to me, your enemies, and she want to see your downfall. No, she didn't turn to me. She didn't turn to me at all. You just need to own it. And that's just all to it. Now let's get into this live. Shout out to Lolo. If you're not subscribed to her, go ahead and subscribe to her channel. She is at 454 subs. If she she needs y'all, about 44 subs, I think. I don't know, I ain't good at math. But anyway, to have 500 to be monetized, okay? So this is her channel. It's Lolo the Great Friend. So I'm putting it at Open Book's part because she hit a lot of points, and so I want to start there.
Okay, I'm sorry. My daughter, I look in the background. Okay, so the reason we wanted to take it back is we kind of needed to do that to eliminate some of the current narratives, right? So first I want to say some people may have been wondering, so I'm trying to clear up some wonderings along the way. Why am I still a mod in one of Amber's channels? So Amber was the first person to make me a mod. This was like 2 years ago on that channel. And for some reason, I was never unmodded. I didn't even find that out until the end of last year. Okay. So I modded for her. I modded for a lot.
Okay, so let me stop right here. That is absolutely correct. And the reason why Lolo was not unmodded is because I wasn't on this channel for over a year. I was on the other channels, you know that y'all know how it is with me in these YouTube streets, how it was rather. So I was on those channels for a year, and then out of the blue, I applied and I was remonetized on this channel. And when I got remonetized, I didn't realize that because at that time, me and Queen Dree had them fell out, so she was still a mod, and I never removed her, because I genuinely like Queen Dree. And Open Book was a mod. It's something that I guess I don't never think about it, rather. But anyway, let's get back to it.
Of content creators in the sector, which is one reason why I was in a lot of different channels. Now, Break Room 411 became one of those channels. In that particular
and also Lolo did come in not Lolo, Open Book did come in my live one day, and she was gifted a membership. And she said, Amber, basically she was like, I don't have a problem with you, but can you unmod me? I've been a mod or whatever. So she didn't want to be a mod. She asked me to unmod her, and I still hadn't got the chance to do it. And that was probably like 6 months ago.
On that particular channel, there were, because she went live a lot through YouTube, a lot of trolls. Okay, so she needed a lot of different mods. Okay, at one point it was like that.
So y'all heard what she said. So that goes back to what I just said. She was going live through YouTube for like a whole month, and she got her subscribers up. And bots was coming in there just saying all crazy stuff. It wasn't like the trolls, but it was like bots.
It wasn't even a more supporters versus, the RH side and all of that. It was more so people coming in talking about hi and what you do, just weird stuff. And so while we were modding, the mods created a bond, and we all.
And she actually, Open Book said, she said the bots were saying hi and what you doing. That wasn't what them bots was saying. They were saying she looked like a man. But Open Book, you are a very sweet Christian woman, so I understand why you ain't say. And that should goes to tell people how you try to steer away from stuff, because you could have said actually what they did say, but you said something totally different.
All created like a family atmosphere over there in that channel, and I'm talking about the former 411. The new one, I'm not too familiar with.
The former 411, that's where she had all her mods that she kicked to the curve at. And they actually, okay, so when me and her had, first had our beef or whatever, she had she started modding so many people just so she could keep those people from coming over to my channel. Because what she was doing was, and she can't say she didn't do this, because we watched it, we heard it, and we know. She was modding all those people so she would make them feel bad in case they went to my channel or whoever's channel she was beefing with an example of, I'm going to give you an example. Treasure. We love Treasure to death. All of us did. We really like Treasure. We still do. We don't have a problem with her. But Treasure was a mod for Upper. And I could remember Horse one time. And I don't know who all remember. If you remember, say I do. But she jumped down her throat. I think she was actually about to unmod her at one time because this was her word. She said, "You can't mod for my ops," was her words. So she sat around and she modded 75 people just so they won't come to my channel. Open Book is going to say is that the old break room, but the new break room, she don't know because that new the one
so I have actually had things and it was as a family. Now, of course, time, we did start noticing certain mods started disappearing for a better word. I don't know to this day. I don't know. I haven't asked them. I'm curious to know what happened. We did miss them, but something obviously happened because they ended up leaving. Okay, and so we kept going, kept going. Now, one thing that ended up happening, even during the time while we were modding, is one day, Amora supporters, and they were formerly known as Bees, I don't really call them that anymore, fell out of the book.
Mia gave them a new name. Their new name is the Nathaniels because she has took Brianna supporters and now they are Nate supporters. So they're called the Nathaniels. So from now on, we're going to reference them as the Nathaniels. Even BR and who else they left from over here, they are known as the Nathaniels. They're all up under her.
Yeah, you won't lie.
Bush into.
How's that? You won't lie?
Yeah.
I'm not enjoy that just before I put the pizza in.
No, you won't put your pizza in, son. Sorry about that, y'all.
Tips Live. Now, we were still modding at that time, okay? It was funny. We couldn't believe it. Everybody in there didn't know what to do. So at that time, we didn't have a problem with them. So why would we now have a problem with them, okay? Because they didn't do anything to us. We were just in there modding. As long as they were respectful, then we were okay. I can say that Lolo was one of the ones that actually helped train us when we came in there because she was a managing mod. And so she was training us, how to mod and things of that sort. Shelly was in there and all of that. And so we started doing that. So I'm trying to go in my mind in order. I'm a very visual person, so I'm trying to do it in order. And so then we created a group, me, Lolo, and Shelly, and we became like more personable, just having fun, talking about different stuff, mod information, things we need to know, and so forth. Then there was another group with us three, and then Tiff was a part of that group. And then
So she said that they became a group, Shelly, Open Book, and Lolo. Now, this was after they started having fun in the break room and all of that there. Now, in the mix of this, Lolo and break room were already besties. Okay. But that girl sat on her live today and said those three were sisters and I was just a friend. When she knows Lolo rolled for her, she know that Lolo took on her beef with me. And then you gonna say, well, they dragged us for a whole year. Honey, sweetie, boo-boo. What? My people begged me not to say something. It was a lot of days that I did not say something I wanted to, but you went on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And I'm not gonna lie, I got mad at some of her mods that I thought was mature, which one was Open Book. And that's why I've always felt the way I had felt about her, because I was hoping that she could kind of tell her, like, hey, Tiff, let's move on. Let's not keep talking about her. Let's move on. But it just went on and on and on. And now looking back, I don't blame Open Book for not getting in it, because Horse is one of these kind of people that you can't give advice to and try to tell her, like, no, don't do that, because she'll turn on you and start dragging you for 40 days and 40 nights. So now I get it, but that's what I had wanted, because my people was keeping me quiet, but she just kept going. I wanted somebody to be like, hey, don't let's move on from this, but I didn't get that. But her friend Lolo rode with her, and then for her to sit around and not ride for her when the bees was attacking her even yesterday, when the bees was attacking her back in December, she never stood up for her. But Lolo stood up for you when it came to me and my sister and whoever else. But you did not do that in return. And therefore, my girl, you are not a good friend. And that's fine. Learn from your mistakes.
Also, all became close. Okay. So then, and I know I'll go back to some of the things she mentioned this morning. But some of these things I had already talked about on my own channel. There was a point when my channel was demonetized. I shared that with them. Tiff did look over some of my videos to see what could be the issue. She did help me with that. However, I also watched another video because there were some other things that I needed to do to my channel to win my appeal. So once I looked at the videos, did those things with my appeal, then hey, I was monetized again. Another thing that came up along the way were the book sales. Okay. Yes, she did have me on her panel. She was promoting my book. I never asked her to do that, but I was appreciative. I said it on her live. I said it on my live. And I sold like 17 books that month. I looked it up today because, hey, I'm about proof, evidence. Let me see. Okay. And I'm grateful to God first. I give God his glory, her extending the offer for me to come onto her panel.
And if you look at open books, down her wall, she thanked her again yesterday for doing that. And that's crazy that she brought that up. Why do you bring up something that you do for people? Honey, Lolo is about to be monetized. Lolo that had this channel, I think it might be a year. Shelly Shell she's able to be monetized now. Congratulations, Shelly Shell, too, for getting 500 subs. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna say. Sometimes you have to break away from people to see your blessings and to grow. And I'm looking at it as that y'all are actually growing. The person that you consider as your bestie, she wasn't really putting your name out there like that. And and which is fine. She don't have to, but if you're a friend, it's just like me. If my friends, that's just like Creisha, Tabby, all of them. Tabby not ready yet quite, but Creisha has gotten started and she's almost at 500 stubs. And I share her stuff every chance I get because I want her to get monetized. Okay. And I want all my friends to eat. That's just like me and my 2 cents and Miss White. I'm chosen. Tabby, Creisha, we've all chipped in and we helped one another to get our podcast equipments, right? And we all got it, and we're gonna all go live one day together, and it's gonna be a good live, but we all got it. But that's the kind of sisterhood and friendship that we have on here. We're not just out for one another. I mean, for ourselves, we're helping each other. And it's not just me, like they help me a lot too. So okay.
And for me selling books. Now, we can't say, oh, that was all because I was on the panel, because I also had the story. Okay. I told my story. Could have been because of that, could have been because of my personality or any of that. However, I also had her on my channel for channel highlights, right? None of that was mentioned. So it wasn't like a one-way thing. Everything that I did. If you do, I don't have to do that. When we're also took two, because remember, she was not the only one taking hits and making sacrifices. I was also modding for other people. Okay, so during that time, it became, when you have the content creators at each other, it becomes, and I talk about this even now.
And he is absolutely correct. People must come. I said her name and pertaining, she's gonna bring it up or whatever. So that is true. Just like my moderators was affected as well. One of my moderators got called to CH Break room called, I mean, not, or she called two. It was two. She called me a BITCH, and she called Prisha a BITCH as well. And those girls done nothing to her because they supported was my moderators. She called them a B. Just like I remember just as plain as day, and Lola might remember. Danny Dunson. Danny Dunson had made it clear that her three favorite CCs were Horse, Butter, Me. And she was already a mod of my channel at this time. She had been a mod for about 3 weeks, maybe. And she went into Break Rooms Live and she got up there on a panel and she was trying to, like, you know, basically she didn't want us to argue because she wants to be able to enjoy all three of us. So that's what she did up there. But Break Room took her as a joke. They accused her of coming over there for me. They, what else did they say? Aren't you, didn't you just become Amber's moderator or something? They attacked her basically. And so she got down and she never did. She picked me and Retta after that. She didn't return. Later on, she did actually return, which was around Christmas time, because she said then, I don't dislike Break Room. And she came up there and she said it. But she was disrespected by y'all already know who. It wasn't so much a Horse at the time, it was somebody else. So she got down. And so eventually the Horse started to disrespect Danny, the supporter. So, which is my moderator. So my moderators were attacked as well.
Now, y'all, that when you have content creators into it for the supporters, it can put you into a position where you have to then choose. Yeah, I know people say we can be neutral, but we've seen how that goes. Somebody gonna have to choose eventually. Am I gonna be here or be here? Okay. And so we ended up staying. So we were loyal too. We ended up staying there. We were still modded. Okay, still doing what we were supposed to do.
And it's not like, because I have never made anybody make a choice. I have never done that. But eventually that's where it's gonna lead to. You're gonna eventually have to choose. And that's, excuse me, y'all, and that's just that.
Now, things kept going on and all of that. And I know she brought up something else I wanted to clarify. She said something about, and I'm trying not to keep, but I have to fix it if stuff was put out there. Something about Miss Sean's panel. I said something about Miss White. No, that is not true. Okay. Amber can clarify this. We've kind of talked about this in the peace treaty during the 411. I forgot what it was called when everyone was in there. Amber apologized. But during that time, Amber said she wanted to call out fake positive people. And on Easter Sunday, there was a panel on Miss Sean's panel, okay, on her channel. If that had nothing to do with Miss White, I don't know where that came from. So I wanted to clarify that and fix that. That was something else that I don't know if it got mixed up with something, but I wanted to clarify that that did not happen. That was the reason why that happened. Now, Tiff did. Okay, because I'm one, y'all know I don't do a lot of arguing, going back and forth, things of that sort. I was going to be still. Okay, I did mention it on my channel and let God take care of that situation. She did stand in the gap during that time. Okay, and was going back and forth. Some of y'all may remember that. It was times when I would even be asleep. My phone was next to me and I would wake up and Tiff was still going at it overnight, you know? Yep. And so I thanked her for that because I said, you didn't have to stand up for me. She did say, wherever you go, I'm going to go. That all of that was true. But one part that was left out as well was during one of my Sunday worship lives that I do on my channel, God laid it on my heart in December to reach out to her. All of this is in text messages she has got, okay? And to tell her, thank you. I thanked her again out of the blue. None of this was brought up, okay? Now, all of that, took place and so forth. So rewinding, I started noticing just different things that started happening. One of the things was,
Okay, let me go back to it. So if she was live, Open Book said she would wake up and Tiff would be at it live. I, Probably talking about, I'm guessing me and Miss White maybe. But the crazy thing about it is, I knew she talked about me for 40 days and 40 nights, but I didn't know she talked about Miss White. And that just goes to show that we don't pay her any attention. But she just was still going. And see, the only reason why I knew she was talking about me is because I got recordings. I don't listen to Break Room. Every now and then I will go in there, listen, record, and get the hell up out of there. But I don't listen to her. I can't listen to somebody sitting around dragging me. I can't listen to somebody sitting around dragging. No, well, I'm alive. If there's somebody I don't like, I might be able to. I will, but not my friends.
The going live when I was going live, but we had already had a conversation. It was multiple times, even after the conversation. Then it started looking like it was being done on purpose. There were other conversations about other stuff as well. Okay.
So let's speak on that. She definitely go live. Let me tell y'all what she used to do. When she was covering the saga or whatever, because she ain't did not one video. She ain't do nothing. She just took all the other content because she went into content creators' lives, okay? She went in our lives, listened for about 20 minutes, and then went live off of what we were live about. That's what she used to do. That's what she used to do. And she would never wait for anybody to get off. She would just hit that live button. So this is absolutely correct. Even now, she go live when her friends is live over there. That's what she do. And you be trying to sit. We used to try to sit and wait for her to get off live, but she would be live for hours and hours and hours and hours.
That was kind of along the way. Now, when I finally made the decision that enough was enough, I'm the type, I'll just walk away. Okay, I'm gonna let you have it. I'll just walk away. So I gave her the respect to tell her I was going to unmod her. I was going a new direction with my channel. She was a mod for the open book. Okay. And so I gave her that respect and I let her know. She did call me. Okay. So a lot of the stuff, yes, she was saying was true, but I also wanted to give the full picture because some of this was left out. Maybe she forgot. I don't know. Okay. She called me. We did have a conversation. I explained that to her. Now I want her to think back. I don't even have to tell her. I want her to think back to that last conversation, what she told me and what I told her. Okay, we were good at that point. We were good. Now, I did notice, okay, when after she had gotten unmodded, when I went to her channel, I was going to go back in there and support. I noticed that I had got unmodded, but I think she was waiting for me to come into the chat to be surprised. I didn't get the same respect. Okay. So we both did not go to each other's channel. Now, what she does not know, because she thinks that I have all of this power and control over these ladies. I don't. I was worried about my own self and my peace. Okay. I was going to leave it alone. I told them, even the mods, my mods can let you know that I sent them a message and told them that I was even unmodding her because she was not going to be a part of the mod team. I said, but please continue to support her. They can witness to that. I said that. I did not tell.
And we did. Let me clearly say this. And we did. We clearly supported her. And I had my own personal issues with her. So go ahead on in. Finish talking.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I told them to continue to support her.
And look, this
so then
started kind of getting teary.
What she doesn't know is Lolo, before I even opened up to Lolo, going back a little, Lolo has shared something with me that I'm not going to reveal. That's her conversation with her about something she did. Before I ever said anything to Lolo about the things that I noticed. It wasn't vice versa. It wasn't me going to Lolo telling Lolo
Right.
something first. I think
Right.
I want her to understand that your own friend is the one who said something first, not me. I did not
Right.
do that. And I hate for someone to lie on me. I don't have that much power and control over these.
Open book, I know exactly how you feel because that's what they're doing to me every day. I wake up, it's a nightmare. I'm being lied on, defamed, narrators. The narrative is being switched on what I say. My words are being twisted around. I definitely know how you feel about that because I'm being lied on 24/7. She could stop talking about me and then somebody else will pick up and start talking about me and then they'll stop and then somebody else will stop and it's a whole bunch of lies going. So I understand exactly how you're feeling in this moment because I'm still experiencing it as we speak from her and her crew, the Nathaniels. So I do get that. And she seems to think that I have so much power over everybody is just about older than me, y'all. It's only like 3 people that's not older than me. How do I have so much power over these people? Like, that's crazy. Why couldn't these people just see you for who you are? Let's keep it a buck, girl. Too many people rocking with me like that back then. A year ago, it wasn't that many people rocking with me. They liked it, you, girl. They was over there in your chat while you was dragging me. I'm having a hard time understanding how did I get your supporters? Those, like, how? Do you think they finally seen how you were? They seen what I seen? They see you going on and on. They see you won't stop. They see you acting up in these streets. They see you do stuff for super chats and cash apps. And you go where the views is. Your words was, y'all just wanted me to sit over there with 20 people in my chat. Y'all wanted me to sit over there with 20 people in my chat. That lets us know that it's about clicks, views, cash apps, super stickers, super chats, and etc. That is not about who's loyal to you. You're an opportunist. And I'm on this live. I did say horse, but I ain't trying to do that, go there with you. But you need to go look in the mirror. Okay? And I'll go look in the mirror too. I will take accountability. That's why I always say ain't nobody clean in this saga. Everybody has done something. I heard you say the other day, I'm 95% clean in this saga. How will you drug me and others when we're not even talking about you? You won't let stuff go. You constantly blaming stuff on me. You just out here wilding out. You are a menace in these social media streets. And your people, and I ain't just talking about these 3 ladies, I'm talking about in general, they used to rock it with you. They seen you for yourself, just like you spoke today. You brought up how people, you redid the moderator thing or whatever the second time, and you remodded Humble, but you said Humble went over there to Dawn's chat talking about you, and that was such a lie. Everything she said was good. She felt like she said it's just too much. She said it was too much. Every day you getting on here, you arguing. She said this not like you. She want the old horse. It's not like she want who she used to, her kids and her family used to enjoy listening to. She don't know who you are. She was literally begging and praying for you on Dawn's panel. I think she might have shed a tear for you to come on there because she read out your message. Is everything okay? I at least thought she'll be there for you. But what was I thinking when she shitted on her own best friend? And you was like, if you hear this, like you gave her a plea, stop, this is not you. You was genuine about that. Humble was genuine. For her to say today she was over there talking to her ops, she wasn't a real friend for real, and this, that, and the third. If a person ain't your real friend and they over there crying for you and pleading for you to stop, they want the old you, they don't like the new what you're doing because you're getting up every day and you're being negative every day. It's just like even Uncle Earl over there. We know how she is. We know how she rolls. But she will talk about us and Robert and all of that. But she also put out other content. But Horse, she don't put out nothing but beef, beef, beef. She don't leave people alone. She antagonize people. She taunt people all day long. You cannot say I get on here and I just go live about you because that would be such a lie. I respond to the bullshit that you say, and I don't do it often because I'm just so over this. I really want you to move on. That was your plea for us to let you go on about your business. But what did you do? You woke up today still on that tight time. And what you going to do tonight? Still be on that tight time if you go live. And what you going to be tomorrow? What you going to do tomorrow? Still on that tight time. And yeah, you did that to Humble. That was the second thing you did to Humble. The first thing was you listened to Earl. When Earl said, get rid of her, you got rid of her, didn't ask no questions. You were a effed up friend for that. I wouldn't have never came back to you if it was me. So this is how you treat your friends. So this is what it is. You treated Lolo like crap when it came to the bees. You treated Humble like crap when it came to the bees. So this is, I'm learning this is how you treat your friends. You just treat your friends like this. And then you over there with them, they talking about, well, they was never your friend. A person pleading for her to stop? A person that rolled with her when it came to me and her beef? I mean, getting online, to, leave Tiffany alone. Da, 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 da. And if Lolo is in here, we apologize. I apologize to this girl more than one time just for us to be right back here. My sister apologized to her before, and the most recent one was in December on the panel with her. She told her, I don't want to argue with you. Just for us to be right here. My dear, I'm sorry. You don't want peace. You want to beef.
These ladies, and I don't want to have power and control over anyone. I was okay even after I stopped. They were still modded. Okay? They were still modded. So then eventually Tiff came into my chat. I was shocked. I was like, oh my God. Well, hello. She even sent a couple of super stickers. Okay. Then I went back to her chat. I knew I wasn't a mod. I already had known that before. It had been months and I knew that I was not a mod over there. And I went back into her chat. So we were easing kind of back, at least cordial, easing into people's chats, into each other's chats. Lolo and Shelly were still mods. Okay. Now things were on the brink of changing during that time. Okay. And I was more so in the bushes though, not in the chat. So I still saw a lot. And I love each of y'all too. I'm not really looking at the chat, but I'm glancing. And
open. Hold on 1 second. Well, okay. let me do a little input right quick.
Okay.
Now I have been peeping Tiffany moves. Okay, listen, I was going through something very crucial that was happening within my life, within my family. She called me her bestie, okay? You are supposed to do bestie activities. That means be there for that person. Answer that phone call. Hit that text message line up. If you see me crying to you and I'm telling you what is going on in my life, and you're acting as though you're too bothered, you too busy, because at that time, I think her and Amber Alexis was going back and forth then.
Right.
And
that
she was not really, right. She was not really been active as that best friend. I had to have a talk with Tiffany and tell her, listen, we are besties on the internet, but we're not really besties in real life.
Oh, Lord.
Because this is not what happens. Because if I'm a best friend to you, I would have been have seen you. We would have been have hung out. You would have been answering my phone calls. I would have been there for you. You would have been there for me. So it's things that we have already.
Well, Lolo, you were there for her. You got out here and you was there for her. She was not there for you. And you're right. She was going back and forth with me and Lexus. But see, we've been asked for her to please stop. I pleaded. How many times have I been on here and pleaded, please leave me alone, let me go? And she had the nerve to say, you said that I'm still in the saga and I begged to get out, but you begged to be left alone and you want out and you still in. I'm still in because how can I not leave when you all are constantly talking about me? My name is up every day. If it ain't you, it's the other one. If it ain't the other one, it's the other one. It's the other one. Like all of y'all supporters, how can I leave? It's me that y'all talking about. You were left alone and you couldn't wait to come back and be in the beef. You was working your way. You hadn't been live. It was probably 2 weeks. You were working your way. You was going in the chats where the mess was. You was putting your mouth on it, and you was just working your way until somebody said your name, and you ain't stopped since.
Good.
Oh, and let's talk about how you did Queen Fee. Queen Fee and the other CC apologized to you for that mistake. You went on for 40 days and 40 nights about that, and they both apologized. And Queen Fee kept saying when the other person thought it was you, she kept telling them that it wasn't. She kept telling them, no, it's not her, it's not her. And you still turned around and shitted on Queen Fee. All because of your people over there.
It's not like this was a new thing, because I had told her, listen, when I needed you, you was not there for me. This was before I even got into a relationship, but I still had Open and I had Shelly on the back end. So I ran to them and I talked to them about it. They opened up to me. They listened to what I've been feeling this way. So it wasn't nothing that these two women has done to make me make the decision of saying, hey, it's time to step back. Or I don't like the moves that you're making, or this or that. These women had nothing to do with anything.
Hold on, y'all. Okay. I ain't gonna be on here much longer. I just wanted to do a little breakdown.
Amber Alexis had nothing to do with my decision still to this day. I'm just a grown woman. I will come in and out whoever's chat I want to come in and out of. Once you and I are no longer friends, I have no loyalty to you. That's just what
never
it
had
is.
none for you.
That's gone. Like. That ship don't being sailed.
It looked like she ain't never had no loyalty to you either. Never. You had the loyalty to her. She never had it to you. Her loyalty is with the Nathaniels.
In case you wonder why, well, you in this chat, you in that chat, you in that chat, I went there. My thing is this, Tiffany. You did not care until recently. Honestly, to be honest with you. You really haven't. But you've been throwing subs and stuff at us for the longest. And I felt like this live today that you did, you've been wanting to do. Oh, but now you want to say, oh, well, your mom making a live about us, about me. Live about me. That's because you had been throwing subs. You say you haven't. But we clearly.
Same thing she used to say about us, Lola, excuse me. She used to say that, I remember her throwing subs at us, me, Upper, the rest of us, throwing subs. But she swore to God she wasn't throwing subs at us. We're not stupid. Yes, she was.
We've been hearing it. We hear everything. If we don't hear it, we see it. Somebody's letting us know. We are not dumb. We don't have dummy written on our forehead to know who you're talking about and who you're not talking about. You got to remember, I know you, you know me to a certain extent. But open didn't have nothing to do with my decision or anything. I was already seeing what was going on. And you said for yourself, when I told you that I was moving and to get up on my feet, that you was not a good friend. You said I failed you as a friend. So why are you trying to make it look like I'm the bad person or Open is the bad person? You need to look at yourself. Nobody's not lying on you. Everybody is not lying on you.
Woo, baby, I'm going to stop it right here. But do y'all hear? Everybody is not lying on you, horse, and you need to look in the mirror. Look at yourself. Reevaluate yourself. That's it. That's all. Now, no, me and you don't like each other. But I would like for you to do something else other than beef. Let people go on their merry way. Quit talking about the beef. Damn. And what was happening and what was done to you. Move on. Okay, I did this. If y'all want to say Amber did all this stuff in the saga, okay, I own it. I did it. What's next for your channel besides Amber? What's next? But you got to continue talking about me because that's what your people want to hear is about me. They want to hear y'all drag, roast, whatever it is you say. Y'all, they want to hear me. They want to hear Dawn. They want to hear Robert, but you don't too much talk about Robert, but they want, it's me. If you're not talking about me, you're not talking about Dawn, you're not talking about Robert, guess what, Bookie Butt? Just don't get that. What you're oh, why are like I feel like my life, I don't feel like it's a living hell, but I'm tired of being talked about. I'm tired of being talked about. I'm tired of being lied on. I'm tired of talking about the same thing over and over and over and over. We got to move on from this. Nobody is innocent. Not even your cousins, TC and Nina. They not innocent. They messy. What do? They supposed to be for no bullying, but it's okay for you and your crew, the Nathaniels, to sit around and bully and harass everybody. It's okay for y'all to do that. But when we say something in response or we say something, we're bullying, there go that bullying campaign. I can't make this shit up. Me and TC, stand down on that no bullying campaign. Please, please. When you got the biggest bully on your team that won't let nobody get away from this saga, got to constantly remind people what happened in a saga, 2-year-old saga. It's just time to move on with your content. If you ain't got it, baby, you just ain't got it. And Earl, if you teach her how to edit videos, something, it's time to move on. Let me give you some advice. And you probably won't listen, but whatever. If you constantly go live, you'll get new people about other stuff, and you blog on other stuff, you'll get new supporters. You get new supporters. Okay? Also, I want to touch on this, and I'm going to get off. I ain't going to play no more of the video. But you said I was a devil. I don't got a relationship with God, whatever the case may be. How you out of all people going to say what I got with God? I could say the same thing about you. You're a swinger. You're married. That's not godly. You curse. You smoke marijuana, cocaine. That's not godly. So how dare you? And it's other stuff that you do. You're a liar. So how dare you sit around and talk about me and my relationship with God when you on the internet wilding out? It don't make no sense. And that's all I got for today, y'all. I just wanted to let y'all listen to a little bit of the video, and I wanted to give my commentary on it as, you know, as I played it. Um, and I wasn't gonna do this, but the only reason why I did do this is because she woke up today with my name in her mouth, blaming me for something. I would have broke that live down, but like you need to really listen to what your friends are saying, because it was just me saying it, but now it's more than just me saying how you are. So at this time, you need to be reevaluating yourself and looking in the mirror. I can look in the mirror and I can look at my flaws and say what I'm doing wrong, this, that, and third, and I can take accountability. Are you able to do that? You're not. So y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Y'all can, leave your comments in the comment section. And I'll see y'all on another day. Bye, y'all.